welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And right here, it's the NBA on 2K. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, they'd like to play well to start this season series. They haven't forgotten how this team knocked them out in the first round last season. And you look at Kawhi Leonard, we know about his defensive accolades, but Shaq, that offensive game.
You know, you guys may disagree. Second best player in the league, period. Don't ask me no question. Balance score.
The fog pouring across the Golden Gate Bridge and into the Bay Area tonight. We're just about set for action. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, for the Golden State Warriors, making 5 straight finals appearances took a toll, mentally and physically. The Warriors played the equivalent of an extra full season in those 5 straight finals runs. Injuries derailed their title hopes in 2019, and they're still recovering. But Kevin, they are certain that their championship window remains open.
DA, they got a lot of pride there, there's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. Steve, we still have players settling into the new season. When you were playing, did you typically start fast, or did it take a while for you to kind of find your rhythm?
Kevin, I think you're like this. I played 14 years. Those first 8, I got off to great starts. Those last 6, oh, Lord, it was like my feet was in the sand. But usually you get going. The best time to really get going is at the end.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Durant and Green are the forwards. And it's Cousins in at the center position. Now here's Leonard, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. And Kawhi Leonard gets the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Curry against Beverly. Curry passes it to KD. The tray. It's hauled in by Beverly. Here's George. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Passes it to Leonard. 1:46 left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. Here's George. Offensive rebound. Harrell. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
And here is Curry. Thompson finds Green. Here's Cousins. No good on that one. Great D that time from Harrell. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Here's George after the made shot from KD. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
That free throw, no good.
And what was more fun to watch last season than Patrick Beverley checking Kevin Durant in the playoffs?
Patrick Beverley's energy and fight gave the Clippers a chance every night. Obviously, the Warriors' talent won out, but the Clippers made them work every step of the way.
Now here's Curry. From deep. Here's Cousins. He nails it, and we're tied up.
DeMarcus is an enforcer on the offensive end. He has all the tools to dominate night in and night out.
Here's Harrell. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Lakers. Back to Williams. The three ball. Draymond Green pulls it in. And KD's got the ball here for the Warriors. Pass to Green. Curry on the wing. Lets the three fly. Hits the three-point bomb.
Steph just doing his thing from downtown. That's his game.
Here's George. And the Clippers miss again. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll get the so much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green talks about how
the way I judge, whether we can.
Greg, defense is Draymond's specialty, no question about it.
And it all starts on that end. The Warriors feel like if they take care of business at that end, the offense will take care of itself.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Green. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. And here is Los Angeles now.
And the Warriors last season, the 6th team in NBA history, and really the first since the mid-'70s to have 5 All-Stars from the previous season.
They were a team for the ages. We knew they couldn't afford to keep them all together. That lineup stands up against any team in history.
Green dishes to Iguodala. Knocks it loose. Shamet with the steal. Here's Leonard. And it's KD with the rebound. Here's Curry. And the jam by Stephen Curry.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Outside Leonard. Pass to George. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Golden State will take it the other way. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. And it's in there.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Now here's Curry. He's covered by Shamet. Now here's Curry. He has 5. Here's the 3. He can't get it to go. And we finished one half of basketball. Warriors lead by 9. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Steph, what is working out there so far tonight?
Defensive end, we rebound the ball, keeping them off the glass, and being able to execute on the offensive end.
We'll see about the second half. Thanks, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I heard Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. In the second quarter, they made it look easy. They played well at both ends of the court, and suddenly they're sitting on a 9-point lead here at halftime. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, for DeMarcus Cousins, we all know the talent is there. Terrific post player. He's added a three-point shot, underrated playmaker. There's really nothing he can't do when he keeps his immunity.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. The talented forward pair of Durant and Green at the 3 and the 4. And it's Cousins in at the center. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Leonard against Green. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Green's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Leonard inside, defended by Durant on the left block. Again, Los Angeles.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader, truly a special player.
Six to shoot. Leonard the pass to Beverly. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just 6'1", but not many players more physical than Patrick Beverly. Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Cousins. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. And Cook subbed in for Curry. And the free throw, no good. And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now. And it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Clippers trail by 13. Outside Williams. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Warriors with possession here. Warriors leading by 13. Cook looking it over. The pass to Iguodala. Some nice passing by Golden State. Durant, that's good.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Green. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Down low. And then Durant with the jam.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
7 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Williams. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Ivica Zubac is out there with Jermichael Green, and it's Harkless in its small forward.
Great drive to the rim by Iggy. His aggressiveness really forcing the D to get physical with him.
And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
That free throw, no good. And Steve, over the last half-decade, Andre Iguodala has been a force off the bench.
People get so worried about who starts a game, but who finishes a game is more important. During crunch time, you can always count on Iguodala. He's such a smart player who comes through when it matters.
Good on the second free throw. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that, or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there's some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game. But when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. Just 5 on the clock. Here's KD. The shot that time, not on target. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Beverly. No good there. Nice D from Durant.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Looney kicks to Cook. Outside Durant. There's the three. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kevin Durant.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
That free throw missing. We always see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the third and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Omari Spellman has come in for Looney. Chris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Jacob Evans in for Klay Thompson.
And for the Warriors, 5 straight finals appearances, something that hasn't been done since Bill Russell's Celtics of the 60s.
And those 5 appearances, Greg, produced 3 titles and was close to another one. Last year's finals not ending the way they wanted. Injuries certainly played a role. We'll see if they can make it back this season.
Spellman, no good. Here's the Clippers, trailing by 19. Here's Magruder. Count that one.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carryovers into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Iguodala gets the bucket.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
So it's the Warriors now. Evans outside. Here is Cook. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.